Hello everyone, we will be starting soon as all the participants join the meet. Hello everyone, sir, I think we can start now or like we should wait for further minutes.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone, right?
Yes sir, you are.
Okay, we can just wait in for a minute or two and then we'll start up the things. You put a reminder in the group so that.
Okay, yeah, our teams are putting the reminder. So welcome everyone. As you all know, this is the last day, that is the third day of our Device curriculum of 3 days hands-on bootcamp in Python. And as sir has already told that today we will be building the simple voice assistant or maybe Hindi language voice assistant. So I hope you will enjoy the session. And on the after that we will give you a submission form also where you can submit the code, and you can also change, like do something new in your project, and you can give us, or you can give us as made as told according to the sir. And after few days, after we will give you a time of 3 to 4 days for the submission. After that, those who will submit the project, we will give the certificate according to it. So that's it. I think we can wait for a few minutes and we can start.
Okay, in the meantime, guys, anyone having any query regarding whatever we did in the previous 2 days? Anyone have any doubt, anything regarding that?
Sir, sir, on downloading from Anaconda, I got Spider. Will it be okay?
Can you please repeat your question? Anaconda Spider?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am doing on Spider. Will it be okay?
Yeah, no issues. You can use any IDE for that. No problem with that thing. It's just that we have to write so many things for the past 2 days. So that's why I was focusing over Jupyter Notebook only, so that the things can be available in single file itself. Anyone else having any query? Yes, Sheikh.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Actually, we people in NIT, we are using proxy server, sir.
Okay.
Because of that proxy server, we are unable to download those dependencies which are required for that particular any Python programming thing. So we are unable to download those dependencies, sir, libraries. So
Okay.
it will always shows the same error, proxy error, proxy error. What should we do, sir? I don't know. Check if we connect with the mobile network, it is okay. So it is completely, it will download all the packages and it will install all the packages. But while doing with the LAN connection, it is not coming, sir, actually. So that is a problem I am facing.
Actually, in that case, basically, that proxy settings and all are being done from the university end, right? They allow you to access certain websites.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
actually,
not a,
Sheikh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, there is a proxy setting. Like our team will send you the setting for NIT Silchar people. You can put that command and you can change the setting. Then you can connect it and you can download all the packages and modules. Like for NIT Silchar, we can tell you the settings, and others you have to talk with your university people and do the requirements.
Yes, ma'am. I am from NIT Silchar only. Okay, ma'am. Definitely. Later I will contact you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
anyone else have any query? So guys, you have downloaded that packages, voice packages, which I have told you yesterday. Okay. So those who have not downloaded it, kindly download it. Go to speech settings. Let me just share my screen. Just search speech settings here. Go to that, and over it, you'll find this installed voice packages. Above that, add package is there. Click on Abhishek. In Mac, you need to check it once. Like for Linux and Macs, there are different voices. So for Microsoft, this is a way that you can go ahead with in terms of the Microsoft Windows. For Mac, you need to check it once how you can add on additional voices, if it's just feasible or not. Just a second. So click on this add voices option. And from here, you can select in that Hindi one and all. Means if you write Hindi, you'll get one out here and you can download it. Simply click on add and it will add it on like this. And you can also download English India if you want. So these are the different packages available from the Microsoft related these voice assistants and all. So you can download these packages depending upon whatever language you want. So not all the Indian languages are available in it. Some of them are available. So if your regional language is available, you can download it. Right. So once you are done with it, you can just simply add on any language you want. How many of you are done with it? Please just acknowledge back so that I can move forward with a further process. And guys, regarding the code and all, I have already shared one file today. So in that, code and all is available for today, whatever we are going to do. I will not be going into the writing down mode today because there are a lot of things to be written down. So you can just refer to that coding notebook side by side. Right, so you can make a preview of these voices if they are installed properly or not. Here there's an option, select any voice you want. So which one you guys have downloaded? Hindi or English India?
Sorry,
Hindi. Do download Hindi one. English India you may download or you may not download it. But Hindi, do download it because if we are going to see that Hindi accent and Hindi voice assistant, then we need to have Hindi language. If it is not available, then we'll not be able to make it out. So once you download it, you can just review this by using any of these like Microsoft Kalpana.
आपने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट कल्पना को डिफ़ॉल्ट आवाज के रूप में चुना है.
So if you have downloaded Hindi, in that you will have Kalpana and Hemant.
आपने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट हेमंत को डिफ़ॉल्ट आवाज के रूप में चुना है.
And in English India, you have this Hira and Ravi.
You have selected Microsoft Ravi as the default voice.
You have selected Microsoft Hira as the default voice.
Right, so these things are there. Once it is done, now let's move on to the coding part of it. Let me just open the code. Right, so yesterday we have done this particular part, making the file and all. Then we have done this PYTDSX3 also, the initial testing of it. Let me just
Good evening.
run these codes once.
Hello world. My current speaking rate is 200.
Right now, after this, try this particular code. Let me know how many languages it is showing for you. Like for me, it is showing all these languages. How many of it is it showing for you? Yes, guys, in your case, it will be showing only these two. This United States and this another United States one. Right? It is showing two of them. Am I correct?
sir, in my PC, Microsoft Kalpana is not there.
In this code, it is not showing or what?
Sir, on voice assistant, preview voice, it is not Microsoft.
In that you have downloaded the Hindi part. Are you using Windows or what?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Windows 11.
Windows 11. So have you added on this voice?
Yes, sir.
So is it, how many voices is it showing out here? Choose a voice, is it?
Yes, sir.
Is it showing Kalpana here?
No, sir.
Is it showing the installed package as Hindi out here?
No, it's-
Yes or no?
no, sir.
This package might not have been installed then at the moment. You may install it first. Add voices. Click on select Hindi option here. Search for it. And then once you selected, click on add option. Then after once it is installed in your laptop, it will show it out here. Installed voice packages. Here it will show Hindi and all.
Okay, sir.
Right. So how many is it showing out here, guys? 2 languages for you? Yes or no? At least acknowledge back. I'm just getting the acknowledgement from Harsh only. Okay, now let me just explain you how we can add on the Hindi language. Like for example, at the moment, if I run it, you can see it is not working because this voices 3 is this part, that is English India. So English accent is not going to read your Hindi text, right? So you need to download you have downloaded the packages, right? Now what you have to do is search for registry editor. Search for this registry editor here. Click on this. It will ask a permission. Is my screen visible to everyone? Guys, is this registry window visible to everyone? Right. So what you need to do is, you need to open this HKey local machine folder out here in registry. HKey local machine. And under this, you need to move to software. HKey local machine, then software. And inside software, you need to move to Microsoft. First, you need to go to HKey local machine. Then you'll move to software. And under software, you need to move to Microsoft. Click on that. After this, you need to click on speech and speech 1 core. 2 terms are there. You able to reach this position, speech and speech 1 core? Are you guys able to reach to this position, those who are doing side by side? Okay. Now go to speech 1 core. And in this, at the end, there is voices. And in that, there is tokens. In speech 1 core, there is voices, and in that we have tokens. Now in tokens, you will see all the folders of the languages that the voices you have installed. Is this visible to everyone? Can you guys? You guys are able to reach this position? Okay, now what you need to do is just click on this particular part. Like for example, we need to add Kalpana or Hemant. Right, so I am doing this for Ravi because Ravi is not installed in my case, I guess. Hemant, David, Kalpana, Hira, Zira. Yeah, Ravi is not there for me. So you guys do it for Kalpana. I am doing or Hemant. I will do it for Ravi because Ravi is not there in my case. So I will show you from that, but you may do it for Kalpana or either for Hemant because they are those are the Hindi voices. So now what you need to do is click on this, right click on this. Like I am going to do it for Ravi. Right click on this and click on export. Once you click on export, it will open like this. After that, whatever voice name you are having, name it. I am writing Ravi here. I am writing Ravi here. And I am clicking save. So I already have it, so that's why it is showing this. For you, it will show another sort of a warning. The file is exported wherever you have exported that. For me, it will come under desktop. Documents. So for you, wherever it is, move to that location. So here I am, Ravi. Once everyone is on the same page, let me know so that I can proceed further. Everyone has done this step. And now what we are going to do is, will be a bit tricky part. So it will make changes in your Windows registry. So be careful with that. Right now, what you need to do is click on this. Click on edit. And this text file will open. Right, this text file is open. Now copy this entire file. Copy this entire text that is written up to this H key. And paste it below this in the same file. After you paste it, now you need to make some changes. Remove this one core option from this. Speech, one core is written. Don't change the first one. You need to keep it as it is at the top. The second copy that you have created for this, you need to make changes to it. Remove this one core option. Speech will be there only. And similarly for this part also. Speech. Right? Then after this, press Control Save. Control Save is done. Close it. Now just move back to the registry part again. And in this, instead of speech one core, let's move on to speech. And in this, in voices, basically you will see the voices which are available for Python code availability, which are there in Windows registry basically. So here you can see Ravi is not there at the moment. Right, in my case, Ravi is not there in this speech part. So now what I will do is double click this registry file which was created with this name. It will ask you to add it on, click on yes, and it will give you this sort of a warning sort of a thing. Yes. Now it says it is successfully added. Okay. Now if I see the same thing in speech, you can see Ravi is added now. Here is Ravi. Now if I go back to my code and if I rerun this, here at the moment you can see there is no Ravi. David is there, Hemant is there, Kalpana is there, Hira is there, Zira is there. So you can see David. Now the second one I have is Ravi. The voice is added. Once everyone is done with this step, let me know. After making the changes in the notepad, you just need to do the double click on this file, registry file, and it will ask a permission. Just give it a permission to that file. Like I'll double click over it. It will show like this. Yes or no option. You can click on yes. Are you guys able to add on the Hindi voice at the moment? Tushar, what problem are you facing? Okay, Harsh has done it. Anyone else who is successful in doing this? Anand has also done it. Okay, so you guys are having the Hindi voice available. Is it showing the Hindi names out here in this code now? Now what you need to do is select the Abhinav, can you please share the coding file with the students?
I shared it, sir, already. I shared the file with the student.
Sheikh is asking where is the coding file. Can you just please help him out?
Okay, Sheikh, I shared it in the group. You can check. I'm sharing it again. You can verify.
Sheikh, he has shared it in the group.
What is the name, sir? What is the name of the file?
This Python webinar, it would have been
Okay,
shared.
Okay, sir.
Hours back.
Recently, it has been shared in
Yes,
the
yes,
group.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I found it. Actually.
Okay.
So guys, you were able to add on this Hindi voice, right? Now run this code. But for running this code, you need to make sure which index you are using. David is 0, Ravi is 1, Hemant is 2 for me. Now you can check your own order in which order it is. So I'm going to select Hindi, Hemant. So I'll add on 2 to it now. And I'll run this code. This is the simple code that we have done yesterday also, the sample code. The only thing is the text is in Hindi. You can write down any text in this you want. You can just use Google Translate, add on a Hindi text here and run it.
नमस्ते, मैं आप सभी को वेबिनार के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं। बिना प्रतीक्षा किए वेबिनार के लिए अभी रजिस्टर करें।
Right, so this is how we can add on the Hindi stuff in it. You guys able to do this part? Yes, please acknowledge those who are able to do this. If you guys don't have this coding file yet, I'll just paste this code and you can run it out there. Just make the voice indexes changes accordingly. In this, make the change according to you, whatever number you are having for that particular voice ID. Yes, are you guys able to do this? Please acknowledge in the chat, or either you can unmute yourself. Anand, you able to hear the Hindi voice in your system now? Okay, great. Yes, those who are able to do, please acknowledge back in the chat so that I can get a confirmation that you guys are able to follow what I just explained. Sheikh, you able to do that?
Actually, it is thrown some error, sir, in
These
Google
voices,
Translation
but
API.
here you don't have to use Google Translation API.
So which part have to run, sir, actually?
This part, this particular,
Just
this
a minute.
second code that is available after this. Just the Hindi text. Here, nothing is there. We are just speaking whatever is written out here.
Okay, sir, 1 minute.
Okay, great guys. So I can see few of you have already followed the same and you are able to execute it. Great. Now, this is how you can add a Hindi voice. Now, whatever message you want, you can convert it into Hindi. Means basically you can add it and the machine will speak in Hindi accent now. Right. Now, after this, the next thing that we are going to do is speech recognition module. So in this case, you are supposed to download this speech recognition module. This may throw an error if you don't have Pi Audio installed in your system. So Pi Audio is also a library. You need to download. In case if it is not, first try to install this speech recognition directly. Speech recognition Python. So you can read more about it from this official documentation. Right, so you can add it on. Pip exclamation pip install speech recognition. This is the name of the module. Now in this case, there are two functions that are being used. One is record. Another one is listen. You can use any of the functions you want, because listen is creating some issues in my system at the moment. So I am using a record command. So that's why I'm using a record command. Record will basically ask you to give some certain duration for which you want your mic to be used for speech recognition purpose. So here we have written 4, means for 4 seconds my mic will actually listen whatever I am saying. Right, so in this import speech recognition as SR, we are importing the speech recognition module. Then we are initializing it. R equals to SR dot recognizer. Right, this is a speech recognition first code. You guys can open it up in your files. With SR dot microphone as source. So we are telling that we are listening to our microphone. Here you can also use the audio files or pre-existing audio files also. If you want, you can use that. Print. Please speak. R.pause threshold 1. So we are giving a threshold time for 1 second so that we can settle down the stuff. Then audio equals to R.record. Source comma duration equals to duration. In duration, basically we are getting this. So there are 2 codes for it. The another one we have listen. You can try it with listen part also. The code will remain same, only difference is the command. Here we'll listen. Listen will be written instead of it, and there will be no duration. Whereas in this case, we are having the duration, means for 4 seconds we need to listen because we are using the record function. I can try this. Let's work over record only because you guys have the record one. Then in this try and except, in Python, we call these things as exception handling. Try and except. Whatever code we want, we can write in try section. Now, you know, Python is an interpreted language. So if there is any error, our code will stop in between. So with the help of try, we can actually avoid halting our program in between. Means in try, we will write down our code. And with try, we have except. So in try, what happens is it will run this code. In case any error is there in this code, then it will execute whatever is written in except. Whatever is written in except will get executed if there is any error encountered in this. If there is no error, then this block will not work. So except means in case an error is there, then how to encounter it, that is what written in here, so that your program does not halts in between. Right, so what we are doing in this is r.recognize. This is the main command. Audio comma language equals to ENIN, means in English India we are using dot lower. So whatever we are saying, that will get converted into English India. Then we are printing this text. Whatever is being decoded, we are printing it, except unknown value error, means in case if there is some error, it may exit. So now let's run this code. What is your name? Right, so whatever I will speak, it will try to convert it into text. You can speak anything you want within 4 seconds. But if you use this listen option, you can speak as much as you want. In this, we are basically limiting it to 4 seconds only. So let me just rerun it. Welcome to this Python bootcamp. I hope you will enjoy it. right? So it got over before that. So that's why only this much catchment. Right, so this is how we can basically do the speech recognition in English. Is that clear to everyone? Yes, guys, is it clear to everyone? Please acknowledge in the chat. Yes, guys, please acknowledge in the chat so that I can proceed further. Okay, great. Now, after this, let's see how we can do this part in Hindi. The entire code will remain same. The only difference is the language. Earlier, we have written EN, IN. So you can check the speech recognition documentation that what all languages are feasible in this. We can basically recognize using this part. So only difference I'll make is EN, IN. Basically, this language means that we want to write the text in this. So now if I run it, मेरा नाम गगन है. Right, so you can see it is writing down the text in Hindi. Earlier on in this previous code, which is in English, if I try to do the same line, मेरा नाम गगन है. You can see it is writing the way we do in WhatsApp. Like we write down the text in English, right? Our Hindi things also we do it in, we write it in English only. So in this, when your language is English, whatever Hindi sentence you may speak, it will try to write down that sentence in English. And when it is in Hindi text, even if you speak English, like let me speak English in this particular code now. What is your name? Right, so it is saying what is your name in Hindi. Right, isn't it great, right? That we can easily do this stuff now. Now with this, it completes the basic stuff for the voice assistant part. Means we learned about text to speech yesterday. Today we have learned how we can convert that into Hindi. We are done with that. Now the next thing we are going to do is we will make our personal voice assistant. And this personal voice assistant will be an English one. First, we will do English voice assistant. So in this, we need to import these libraries, speech recognition, PYTT SX3. Both of them are required because we are making a voice assistant. Whatever I am saying, that will be converted, and whatever the machine wants to say, for that we need both these files. Aside from this, we are importing the date time and the time module. So this date time and time modules are generally used to fetch the values of my computer at the moment, that what is the current timing in my computer. Right, so importing the files, because we are using record, so we will use this duration part. Print, loading your personal voice, personal assistant Galaxy. So I have named this voice assistant as Galaxy. So it will print this message. When I will start my program, it will print this message. Now, after this, in your code, so basically, guys, those who are working with other IDEs, they need to make this code. Before this, whatever is there was for practice sort of a way. Those things are not required anymore. That's why as an individual project, we are importing all these files again. So we are initializing the pyttsx3 engine.set property voices3.id. So let me add on a voice. Let me add on the David's voice. So I'll add on 0, or let's add on 5 to it. For me, it's 5. For you, it can be any other value according to the number of voices you have. And engine.set property 190. So this is for our voice setting. I'm going to use a female voice here for Galaxy. British, this US English part. Then we are creating our first function, def speak, which is accepting a text, engine.say text. Now, why we have created this function is so that whatever thing I want to convert it into speech, I can do that. I'll just call this speak function. I'll just call this speak. And in this, I will pass on my custom text, whatever I want, and it will convert it into speech. Right? Because this is what we were doing earlier also, right? Here also you can see only 2 commands are there which were converting into speech. This was initialization. So we did the initialization at the top here. After that, we have created this function which will basically speak up the stuff. Then after this, we have created a wish me function. Now, wish me function, what it is doing, it is fetching the time, datetime.now r. It is currently fetching what is the current timing at the moment. And from that, I am fetching the number of hours. So if r is greater than 0 and less than 12, that means we are having morning out here. So in speak, I am passing hello, good morning. So I am passing this part to my text. Print hello, good morning. After that, I am using elif. Elif hours greater than 12 and less than 16. So like for us, we have it from 12 to 4, we say that it is afternoon. So comparing that time. And then else, hello, good evening. So we have not went into the night mode. We are just keeping it from morning, afternoon, and evening. Right? Is this clear to everyone till this point? Yes, guys, is it clear to everyone? Anyone have any doubt, any query till this point to anyone? Satyanarayan, what shall I repeat from the starting or this wish me function only? See, importing the files, setting the duration for speech recognition module, printing a message, loading your personal voice assistant, Galaxy, initializing the text to speech module, and then we have created def speak function. Basically, the speak function is accepting one text. Like yesterday, we have created def text, def message. We have created one function, right, in which we were printing this text. So the same thing we are having here. This will accept a text and we are converting it into speech. Right, and in this wish me function, basically I am trying to fetch the current timing of my laptop, and it is comparing that what is the current number of hours. Like at the moment in 24 hours format, the time is 16:58. So R greater than 0, less than 12, then it is morning time. If R is greater than 12, less than 16, it is afternoon. If it is more than 16, then it is good evening. Is it clear now? So it will basically greet us. Harsh, we are using that date time function only here, but we need R. If you just go with date time, it will not give you just R out of it. It will give you a data in different format. So we need R from that for comparison purpose. If you want, you can fetch the complete data, and from that you can just split out the required one. Then this much is still greet. This will be the starting of my code. Right now, after this, we have created one function, take command. What this take command is doing, this is basically text to speech, speech to speech recognition basically. Def take command R equals to the same code that we have written for the speech recognition. Source, please speak, threshold, listening, record, decoding. Try, English. Now here we are printing what is being decoded by the user. So this code is same, except speak, pardon me, please say that again. So instead of closing it off, I am asking the user, I am asking the machine to say that the machine is not able to recognize it. So this code is same as that of which is written above. Here you can see the same code is being used with SR microphone as source and all, same code is there. The only difference is here I have added on that error file, means speak, pardon me, not able to do that. And at the end, it is returning the statement. Then speak, this is our take command, means whenever we need to speak something, we will call this take command function. We will call take command function whenever we need to give some command to it. So speak, loading your voice assistant, wish me. Now this is the first line that will run. Means when you will start your code, because all the above things are functions. This is initialization, nothing is being done. Function, function, function. This is the first line that will show certain output to you. Speak, loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Wish me, after notifying you, it will wish you. It will call wish me function, and according to the timing and all, it will basically greet you. And then after this, if underscore underscore name underscore underscore equals to underscore main. So basically we are checking that we are running the file from the main file, or is it from some certain modules, that we are, whether we are running it from the main control only, or is it being getting run from embedded into certain modules out there. So we are having it in our main program only because we have imported the files out here. This thing is not getting run into something else. So while true, now while true means infinite loop. While true means infinite loop. speak, tell me how I can help you now. Means my machine will say how can I help you now. Then it is taking the command statement equals to take command dot lower. This will call take command function. It will go here. Whatever I will speak, it will return, and then dot lower will basically convert it into lower text. Statement equals to take command dot lower. So whatever I have said, I'll get it here. If statement is 0, continue. Means if statement is 0, it will move back the control to the outside, and again it will come inside and ask you. Otherwise, it checks if is your name in statement. If is your name in statement. So you can remove this. It's been there twice. You can remove it once. My name is Galaxy. I was programmed to assist people around me. So this is the question that someone is asking. So what is your name? If I say this thing, what is your name? So it will detect that is your name text is there in my statement, which is being the converted one. So it will say my name is Galaxy and I was programmed to assist people around me. Similarly, if anyone says goodbye or okay bye or stop, then it will say, okay, I am closing my program, and break. Break is being used so that the user can move out of this loop and the program can end. Elif current time. If user asks what is the current time, then it can speak this thing. str time, date now, strf time, this. This is how we read the timing from it. This is the way how we can read the current timing using datetime module. Then elif, who are you? In statement, or what can you do in the statement? Means if this sort of a text is being found in the statement, then it will answer like this. I am Galaxy, your personal voice assistant. Like for example, in Alexa, we can see what is Alexa, what you can do, all that sort of a question. And then who made you, who created you. So I was developed by Gagan Sehni at Hexenbit. And then at the end, time.sleep3. So let me just run this code.
Loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Hello, good evening. Tell me how can I help you now?
Who are you?
I am Galaxy, your personal voice assistant. I am programmed to assist people around me. You can ask me questions like what is your name, who made you, what can you do? Tell me how can I help you now?
What is the current time?
The time is 17 hours 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Tell me how can I help you now?
Who made you?
I was developed by Gagan Singh at Hexenbit. Tell me how can I help you now?
What is your name?
My name is Galaxy and I was programmed to assist people around me. Tell me how can I help you now?
Nothing.
Tell me how can I help you now?
Okay, bye.
Your personal assistant Galaxy is shutting down. Goodbye.
Right, so this way you can complete this part. This is how you can create a simple voice assistant. All you need to do is just write down the commands you want, write down the answer you want to speak from that. Is it clear to everyone? Guys, is that clear to everyone? So you can add on anything you want out here. In this, you can add on any statement you want. Like if is your favorite color. In statement, speak my favorite color is blue. You guys are not able to open the code file. I told you yesterday how you can do it. Just give me a second. I'll share one HTML file. You can just open it up and copy the codes from here. Just a minute, guys. Those who are not able to open the file, I'll share one HTML file. Just give me a minute. Abhinav, I'm sharing the file to Priya. She'll share you over the WhatsApp, right? Just give me a minute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. So in the meantime, once you get the files available with you, so we are going to have a 5 minutes break at the moment, so that you can run these things at your end. Those I'll just ask to forward the file to you. You'll get it within a minute or two. So we can have a 5-minute break. You guys can just review the things that we have done till now. And after that, we will proceed further. Now, the next step we are going to do is we will make a Hindi version of Voice Assistant. Right? So just give me a minute. I'll pass on the message to my team and we'll be like resume the session at 5:15. It's 5:10 at the moment. After 5 minutes, we'll resume up the things. Right. So in the meantime, you can just drink water and all, whatever things you want to do. And if you want to test the code, you can do that part also. Yes, Abhinav, you can share that file to others, and guys, you can just copy the codes from there. It is a HTML file. You can directly open it up. Just click over it and it will open up.
Yes, sir. I shared that file in the respective WhatsApp group.
Okay, so they can just click over that file and it will open in the web browser, and they can just copy the codes from there, those who are not able to open an IP by NV file. Okay, so guys, are you able to run this thing? How many of you have tried this at your end till now? This simple English one. How many of you are able to do it? Yes, can I get acknowledgement in the chat box? How many of you have tried this at the moment? Okay, guys, so let's continue with the stuff further. Okay, this we left in here without actually. Check do executed from the top, because voices is being referred out here. Get property voices in this code. So that's why do run it from the top in that program file. Run this code and then it will not show this voices error. Okay, guys, so let's move on to the further things now. So let's try to run this, the new line that we have added. This will be elif. Let me rerun this.
Loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Hello, good evening. Tell me how can I help you now?
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue. Tell me how can I help you now?
Stop it.
My favorite color is blue. Tell me how can I help you now? Pardon me, please say that again. My favorite color is blue. Tell me how can I help you now?
Stop it.
My favorite color is blue. Tell me how can I help you now?
We will write in statement. If is your favorite color in statement or color in statement. Right, so that is how you can add on the text that you want to add it on. If you are using or and in between, so before that, everywhere you are supposed to use this in statement command. Right. Then after this, shall we move forward, guys? Everyone is on the same page at the moment. Yes, please acknowledge back in the chat. Shall we move forward now? Okay, so let's move forward. Now we are going to use, because you have seen that we are able to get the Hindi text, right? But this machine is not going to answer the things in Hindi. Till now, what we have seen is whatever I am speaking, I can convert that into Hindi text first. Second is whatever is given in Hindi text, I can convert it into Hindi accent. These two things are done. But now the real picture is I cannot directly compare. Means I cannot compare one text, or I cannot use in statement command directly with a Hindi text out here. I cannot do that. So what we are going to do is we are going to use one hack in between. Now what this hack is, in this we are basically whatever we are speaking in Hindi, we are converting that into English now. Right? Whatever I am speaking in Hindi, I'll convert it into English using this Google Translate module. So guys, in this Google Translate, download this particular, run this particular command only. Because there are certain errors that people are facing generally these days because of this Google Translation module. So you need to download this particular version only. Because earlier on when I was trying these things, I was facing errors. So this is the one that will work out for you, for most of you. So how to use a translator basically from Google Trans, import translator. We need to create, initialize the translator. GI, आप क्या कर रहे हो? Basically the text that you want to convert. Means whatever text you want, you can write it here. Print translator.detect GI. So we are actually detecting that what it has actually detected. Which language it has detected from the text. And then text to translate, translator.translate. GI means this is the text that I want to convert. Destination means I want to convert it into English. Source means HI, that means Hindi. That whatever I am speaking, that is in Hindi, and my destination is in English. Right? Then text to translate dot text. So dot text parameter will give me the text. So if I run it, you can see what are you doing. Similarly, let's use Hindi to English translator, or let's use English to Hindi so that we can copy anything. What is your name? तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? मैंने कॉपी कर लिया and I'll write it here in GI, given input basically. Now if I run it, you can see what is your name. Similarly, you can write down anything My name is Gagan. Copy it, paste it here. See, my name is Gagan. So this is how you can basically use this translation tool. You can use it in other projects also in Python. By using the selection and all, you can simply use it in other languages also. See, this is a Python, like this because of the spider that you are using in, and it is showing error with the versions of the modules that are available in that. So this behavior is a source of the following dependency conflicts, or despite if I requires 5.2 is not installed, and spider requires web engine which is not installed. So it is showing certain dependencies of the files that are not available, because I guess you are using the spider ID. So you need to satisfy these things. That is, you must have a PyQt5 version greater, like PyQt greater than the 5.3, and the spider engine PyQt web engine that. But why you are getting okay, Trijit, I guess there is some package installation error with that. So you can just Google it out, this particular error, and you'll find out a particular solution for it. It's generally because of the clashing of certain modules that are happening in between. Because of the different module versions and all, it is showing this error. So it is not directly relevant to what we are doing, but it is raising this error that Pip's dependency resolver does not currently take into account all the packages that are installed. Dependency conflicts, you can see, so you can just check it out and you may get a solution for it. Right now, after this, what we are going to do is, now we will write down our text into Hindi, means whatever we will speak in Hindi. And then we will use this Google translation code also in our program so that it can convert it into English, and then the comparison part is done in English only. So you can see it here, importing the file. Now I am using Google Translator here. Now I am converting the text in Hindi. Whatever speak conditions will be, that will be in Hindi. Input will be in Hindi. Whatever input I am giving, that will be in Hindi now. Whatever output is there, that will be in Hindi. But the comparison that we are going to do in between the commands, that will be in English. Right, that is the scenario in this particular part. So the output will be in Hindi, input will be in Hindi, but the comparison it is going to do in between will be in English. Right, so this is how it will be done. Guys, just give me a second.
ఈ కామర్స్కి చాలా ఏముందిరా చాలా బాగుంటుందని ఫుడ్
Recording in progress.
So input is in Hindi, output means whatever the machine will speak and whatever we will speak will be in Hindi. But the internal things will still work in English only, the comparison and all. So आपका व्यक्तिगत सहायक गैलेक्सी लोड हो रहा है, you can convert these statements through this English to Hindi translation and you can paste it out here. Then the same code, but now voices will be selected as per the Hindi one. So for me, the Hindi voice is at 0.2, second position. So I'll write 2 here. You can write it whatever is there according to your index. You can write the Hindi language here. Then the speak function remains the same. Now, in all these functions which were there in this simple voice assistant, all of them will actually be converted to Hindi now, speak function. Okay, Abhinav, just proceed.
साइकिलिंग कैसे है
So while speak, मुझे बताए कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं. Only this speak statement is in Hindi. Then the same code is there. If is your name. Again, the comparison is in English only. The same statement which was written in there. Speak. मेरा नाम गैलेक्सी है, मुझे अपने आसपास के लोगों की सहायता करने के लिए प्रोग्राम किया गया है. Elif, goodbye, okay, bye, stop. The same code is there. Only the speaking and the printing statements are converted into Hindi now, Hindi text. What time, समय है, all this thing. All this is in Hindi now. Right? But the one change is there in this, another one is in this take command option also. So in take command, the language will be in Hindi India, and after that we need to use the translation for it. Means whatever is being there caught by the statement, that is by the mic, needs to be converted into Hindi. Needs to be converted into English. Destination English, source Hindi. So that 3 lines which we have seen above, we have done this part. So now if I run this code,
आपका व्यक्तिगत सहायक गैलेक्सी लोड हो रहा है. नमस्ते, आपका दिन शुभ हो. मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं.
तुम्हें किसने बनाया?
मैं गगन सिंह द्वारा हेक्स इन बिट में बनाया गया था. मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं.
तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम गैलेक्सी है और मुझे अपने आसपास के लोगों की सहायता के लिए प्रोग्राम किया गया है. मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं.
तुम क्या कर सकते हो?
मैं गैलेक्सी हूं, आपका निजी आवाज सहायक. मुझे अपने आसपास के लोगों की सहायता के लिए प्रोग्राम किया गया है. आप मुझसे सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, जैसे आपका नाम क्या है, आपको किसने बनाया, आप क्या कर सकते हैं. मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं.
मेरा पसंदीदा गाना लगाओ.
मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं.
So guys, here you can see it is automatically playing a song over YouTube. Right? I haven't done anything. It is automatically doing it.
क्षमा करें, कृपया इसे फिर से कहें. मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूं.
Stop it.
क्षमा करें, कृपया इसे फिर से कहें. मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Stop it.
क्षमा करें, कृपया इसे फिर से कहें। मुझे
हिंदी में
बताएं
बोलिए
कि
सर।
मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Stop it.
You have to order it in
क्षमा
Hindi ना
करें,
सर?
कृपया इसे फिर से कहें।
वो इंग्लिश में भी
मुझे
will
बताएं
take
कि
it
मैं
in
आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Just a second, guys. Just
क्षमा करें, कृपया इसे फिर से कहें। मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे
So he
मदद कर
stops.
सकता हूँ।
okay. Bye.
मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर
See,
सकता
guys,
हूँ।
in this you can see the difference. It is taking okay bye and it is putting a comma here. That's why it is not stopping in here.
मुझे बताएं कि
Right?
मैं
I have
आपकी
written
कैसे
like
मदद
this.
कर सकता हूँ।
Stop.
क्षमा करें, कृपया इसे फिर से कहें। मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Stop.
क्षमा करें, कृपया इसे फिर से कहें। मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Try in Hindi sir.
Goodbye.
मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
रुको.
मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Okay, guys. So basically in this, you need to write down the way it is going to convert it. Then only it will basically stop it out. Right? Like it is when I am saying stop it, it is not decoding it sometimes. Not this one. This one. Right? So you can write down the conversion part specifically. User said ruko, so here it is showing wait as it or goodbye as goodbye like this. So let's change it a bit in our code and let's see whether it works like that or not. So basically in this, even if you give the command in English, it will write it in Hindi first and then convert it into English again. Right? So that's why I'm using okay bye or goodbye command in English only so that it can basically go into that particular part. Like for example, this wait is there. Let me just write it here.
आपका व्यक्तिगत सहायक गैलेक्सी लोड हो रहा है। नमस्ते, आपका दिन शुभ हो। मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
रुको.
मुझे बताएं कि मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ।
Sometimes it will take it and sometimes it will not take it that particular part. You need to
क्षमा
write down
करें,
the command
कृपया इसे फिर से कहें।
as per the things that will be taking it into the consideration. Right now in this, basically, like you have seen when I ask it to like mera pasandida gana lagao. So here I have written a command favorite song in statement. Right? So web browser dot open dot new tab. Basically, web browser is a module which is used for opening up a new tab in your code. Right? So using this, you can basically open up any tab you want. So you can open up any tab with the help of this web browser dot open dot underscore new underscore tab, and here you can give a link. So like in this code, you can see in this it is not there. I'll show you an advanced one after this. So in that we can have that particular part also. Right. So this is how you can make your voice assistant in Hindi. Means pure it will be in Hindi. You need to provide the statements correctly in order to make it like working in that particular order. Right? Is that clear to everyone that how we can go with it? Means how we can make a voice assistant in Hindi. I'll repeat it again. The differences that we need to make is all the print and the speak conditions, the speak commands will be written in Hindi. The voice you need to select must be in Hindi. And in this particular part, the translation will be there. The rest of the code will remain the same as the normal one. So in a similar way, instead of Hindi, if you want to make it in any other language, you can go ahead with that particular part also. Right? Now, this was a more smaller version of the things that we can do with this voice assistant. So here you can see I have opened up this song part automatically. So in a similar way, we can perform any task with it by giving a voice command. All that needs to be done is we need to add on those conditions in the code and it will execute it. Let it be like in Alexa, you can give a command, okay, quote of the day, or Alexa, tell me a joke, like that sort of a thing. So tell me a joke. For jokes, there is one library in Python which automatically fetches a joke from internet, and you can play that particular part. You can ask for the weather conditions. You can ask to send a mail directly by the voice command only. So the more you code, the imagination you can use into your code, means what sort of a command you want to do with it. You can write it in this code set and that will happen. So let me show you an advanced version of it in English now, not in Hindi. Because for Hindi, we need to do a lot of translation of these things to be in between. So the next part is in advanced voice assistant in English terms. So in this, the features that we are having with this is, we are using Wikipedia module. Now in this, I am adding on a feature that I can get any info, means whatever I want to search over Wikipedia, I can search it. Right, whatever things I want to do, I can do accordingly over that. Plus JSON and request module is there, because in this one feature is added. If I want to know the current weather conditions, so I can know that also. Like in Alexa, what is the current weather condition? What is the headlines today? That sort of a code is also there in this particular part. So this code will remain same as that of a simple voice assistant, but in between, elif conditions and all will be added more. So these modules will be required: duration, setting up this, def speak, guys, if you want to run this last file independently, then do add this, like here it will then show you that error voices is not defined. So do add this particular line before it. This one. This. This particular one, voices equals to engine.get property voices. Do write this command. Then only it will show that it is defined. Otherwise, it will show you an error, voices is not defined. So you can copy this line to the end of that particular part. Right, so coming back to it, speak function is same, wish me is same, take command is same as that of there in the English one. Same part. Inside also the first thing is same. What is your name? Same. Goodbye, same. Elif, same. Who made you? Same. Current time, same. Now Wikipedia is added. Now what we are checking, whether we have a Wikipedia text in this or not. Wikipedia in statement, speak, searching Wikipedia. Statement equals to statement.replace. Now this statement.replace command is basically replacing the Wikipedia and all. So results equals to Wikipedia.summary. So it is basically making a request over a Wikipedia page and it will try to fetch the first paragraph or first few lines of that, like sentences equals to 3. So the starting sentences it will fetch. Speak according to Wikipedia results. Speak. So let me run this code first. Let me show you regarding this Wikipedia first.
Loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Hello, good evening. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Stop it.
Your personal assistant Galaxy is shutting down. Goodbye.
Let me change the voice accent in it.
Loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Hello, good evening. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Search Wikipedia.
Searching Wikipedia. According to Wikipedia, research is creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge. It involves the collection, organization, and analysis of information to increase understanding of a topic or issue. A research project may be an expansion on past work in the field. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Search Wikipedia for Python.
Searching Wikipedia. According to Wikipedia, Python is a high-level, interpreted, general-purpose programming language. Its design philosophy emphasizes code readability with the use of significant indentation. Python is dynamically typed and garbage collected. It supports multiple programming paradigms, including structured, particularly procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Stop it.
Your personal assistant Galaxy is shutting down. Goodbye.
Right, so that is how you guys can add on the Wikipedia feature to it. Means whatever topic you will ask it for Wikipedia, it will open that up. Means it will fetch the starting values using this Wikipedia module. So this Wikipedia module is available in Python, and you can basically use it up. Then open YouTube. If you give a command open YouTube, it will open YouTube, basically web browser, open new tab, and in this YouTube URL will be given. Then open main website. So basically I'm adding on Hexenbit URL to it. Open Google. It will open Google. Then search Google. If you want to search anything over Google, you can do that by using this particular command. Means it will ask you what you want to search over Google, and then you can add on something over it. Open Gmail. Then this weather part is there. Right, so I'm not going to get into the details of it, how it is fetching the values and all, because that is more time consuming at the time, like how it is basically fetching up the values. Let me tell you how it will get this value from here. So guys, in this, you have to make a request open weather API. So open weather API is there. This is a website which basically provides you, they have APIs and all, which you can call into your code, and you can fetch the temperature, pressure, weather conditions of any particular place you want, right? So you need to log into over this ID. At the moment, this is my API ID that is available. So after the session, I'll deactivate this particular one. So you need to add on your own API key in this. It is free to use. You can use it. Free to use API. You can make your account over it. So basically in this, we are using request module. So we are making request over using open weather API to fetch the values. So how to make any request? Request is being done request.get and we need to pass on the URL. So basically, whenever we make requests over certain servers, it requires the URL, that is the OpenWeather API URL. Here you can see the API URL. Then application ID. Each individual have their own API key, which ensures that only you are going to use that, no one else is. So it's a sort of a personal authentication, we can say. And then the city name that needs to be answered. So this URL will be prepared according to the way data is available over the website. Means every website will have their own way of making a request over it. So you need to check the format of it over the API documentation, that how you can make a request and how that website will be sending you the data. So both the things are different. Whenever we make request, we always need to provide API key, which is always the personal key, as well as sometimes it may require you to enter the password also. So API key and password. Sometimes it may not require password, only the API key. And after that, it is asking you the city name, for which city you want to search the weather for. So it is getting this as a JSON data. JSON is JavaScript object notations. So we get the data generally over internet in the form of JSON data. From this, we need to fetch out the main data that is available for us. So if X not equals to 404, then what we are doing is we are fetching the data from that. So we are fetching the complete weather conditions from it. So you can show how you can read up a JSON data through Python. So basically, like yesterday, I guess Sheikh or someone has asked that question, how if I want to access a particular value inside a list, when there was a list of tuples. So I asked you how we can do that. Means we need to enter one and after the another data. In a similar way, JSON data looks like that. It's sort of a dictionary sort of a data in which lot of complex data is available. We need to enter one then another step in this particular part. So here we are getting that data actually. So in case if you want to read, you want to study more about it, you can visit our Hexenbit YouTube page also. Over that we have one project available using this proper OpenWeather map API. You can learn from there also. So that video is available over YouTube also. So we are getting this value, else city not found. Then whatever links you want, like open Stack Overflow or whatever things you want to do, you can call it news, search, time.sleep. So we have added on advanced features in this. You can make it more advanced, like call someone, send mail to someone. You can add on all these features to this also. Right, so let me run this code again and let me show you some features again.
Loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Hello, good evening. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Who made you?
I was developed by Gagan Singh at Hexenbit. Tell me, how can I help you now?
What are the current news headlines?
Here are some headlines from the Times of India. Happy reading. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Search Google.
What you want to search?
Indian cricket team.
Tell me, how can I help you now?
Open YouTube.
YouTube is open now. Tell me, how can I help you now?
Open main website.
Tell me, how can I help you now?
Open main website.
Hexenbit is open now. Tell me how can I help you now?
Stop it.
Your personal assistant Galaxy is shutting down. Goodbye.
Right, so this is how you guys can use this complete profile. And this is basically our Hixenbit website also. So like, if you want to learn more about Python or anything, we basically are offering different courses. Yesterday, I was not able to explain these things. So if you guys are looking in for internships as well as the certification programs and all, so you can explore our website. There are different programs available for different durations, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and in different technologies as well. So we have all the top-notch skill set required at the industry at the moment. So we are giving training in all, whether you are from mechanical branch, CSC branch, electronics branch. So we have the expertise in all the fields at the moment. So those who are interested, they can visit our website also, and they can look into this 6 weeks, 3 months, and this other part as well. Right, so there are like, if you want to learn Python and all more, there's a free course also here. Also, you'll get one certification if you want. Then other are all paid courses and internship programs. So you can always look into the details of it, or you can contact our team also if you have any queries and all. Right. So with this, guys, it completes the portion of the things that was supposed to be covered from our end. Now, I would like to welcome all the queries from your side. Whatever questions you may have, we can ask it. Yes, guys, whatever your queries are, you can ask it now.
Sir, in Alexa, so we used to call only Alexa, na, sir? Just we say just Alexa, and it will give us as reply, what can I do for you, like that.
Yeah.
How can I fix that command in this particular assistant, sir?
In this case, like you can see, we are writing down while one command, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Right. So in while one, you can add on a condition whenever it seems to hear that word, Alexa or something like that. Then only it will get active.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Means we are not going to make it a usual one. So you can add on that particular part in that. Right. Let me queries there's Sayanjit. Okay, I'll just share my screen again. This API key, basically you need to enter the API key. Now, I just forgot to add on how you'll get this API key. Basically, go to this OpenWeather website. Once you sign in over it, click on API. And we are using the current weather API with us. Click on this Get API. Will ask you to log in. So once you log in into your account, API keys, and there you can see you will be having an API key to use this particular part. So here I have this API key available with me. Right, you need to first create a login account over it. Then you can just copy it and paste it over here. Right, so that is how you can do this particular part. Means there are a lot of APIs available. You need to select the particular for your use. There are different sort of APIs that are being used. You need to select a particular one according to the, like there are different plans that we can do. So we are using the free one as we are just using it for the particular part. So once you get that API, after getting that API particular part, all you need to do is just copy that API key. And after that, you can just move back to the particular, like here you can also see how it is basically giving back you the data and all that sort of a things are being mentioned for each API. How to make an API call and all these things are there. Right, so all of these particular things are available. In each documentation, you will find it. Like this is how this API actually responds. This is sort of a data that I am actually getting over it when I'm making a request. So let me just run this code and show you how it is fetching weather.
Loading your voice assistant Galaxy. Hello, good evening. Tell me how can I help you now?
What is the current weather?
What's the city name?
Noida.
Temperature in Kelvin unit is 305.31. Humidity in percentage is 48. Description overcast clouds. Tell me how can I help you now?
Stop it.
Your personal assistant Galaxy is shutting down. Goodbye.
Right, so you need to add on this API key, this URL, and this data code will be there. So all you need to do is you need to just change this API key according to yours. And if you want to still want to check how to create account and how to get the API value, there is one video over our Hexenbit channel. There is a GUI project weather application. So in that there is a bit detail, and there I have also explained how to get this data. In breakage, I have explained that entire part in that. You can check that video over our Hexenbit channel, right? So guys, anyone having any other query? If anyone is having any other query, then they can ask in. Because whatever sort of a things were supposed to be covered, we have covered up all the stuff. And I hope you all have enjoyed this 3 days of this bootcamp, Python bootcamp, and you learned something new, and it was really nice to interact with you all. And if you want to explore more about Python or AI/ML or any other field, you can do visit our website. We basically have live sessions available along with the content for different courses. So you can do visit our website if you are interested for any particular thing. I am pasting down our social media handles in the comment box. So we are having different sort of events happening over Hexenbit. So do follow us over our social media pages so that we can get connected with our candidates as well as the people who are having contact with the Hexenbit. So I'm pasting out the comment, the things in the comment section. So you guys can follow us over our social media handles, LinkedIn, Hexenbit, and all Hexenbit page, as well as if you want, you guys can connect with me over LinkedIn also. So that if later on you want to ask something or have any queries, you can contact me over LinkedIn also, right? So over Hexenbit page, you will find my LinkedIn ID, or you can just search in Gaganpreet Singh and I'll just paste my LinkedIn profile also. Those who are interested, they can get connected over LinkedIn. So I'll share the link to Abhinav, and those who want, they can connect with me over LinkedIn also. Right. So guys, that's all from my side. It was really nice interaction with you, and I wish you all a very good luck for whatever we have done, that might like you may practice it more, and that will be fruitful for you in your future ahead. And of course, you will be learning a lot of new stuff. So don't stop it here only. As you got those who are new to Python, they got a kickstart to it. Do explore, do put in some more efforts into it, and do some really nice projects. This was a really sort of a project that you can add into your resumes also, because this Hindi feature and all, you will not find it over YouTube that easily. Means you might find it some content, but that will be in like certain broken parts. So something is there in certain projects and all, but you will not find it at one place. So I tried to bring in that special effect in this part, because voice assistant is something you may find it somewhere else also, but that Hindi touch is something that you'll not find much of the tutorials over it, how to make a proper Hindi based voice assistant. And I hope you all have enjoyed this 3 days of boot camp. And surely we'll try to bring in some more events in collaboration with NIT Society. And with the closing notes, I'd like to thank the entire NIT team for their efforts that they have put in to make this event successful. And would like to thank all the joiners who have joined in the meeting, all the participants who have joined in for the consecutive 3 days itself. Thank you so much for giving us a chance to interact with you all. It was really a nice interaction. So with this, I'll be signing out from my side.
Thank you, sir. We would like to thank you so much from the INSEAD side. And we would also like to thank all the participants for joining us through the session and to continue us to the last. Also, I would like to mention our handles of the social media so that they can check us out, our INSEAD Society. And I hope that you all got to learn a lot. I would just like to mention about the project or the project certificate that you'll get the more information about how to get a certificate in the WhatsApp group. You will have to submit the project into an Google form, and then we will provide the certificate through your mails. So, sir, can we end the session now?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care and good luck for your future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.